Assalamu alaikum. Very warm welcome to everybody. This is the Principles of Economics class, and I'm working on first unit with all of you. And I think almost capitalistic economy I have explained you in my previous lectures, and advantages and the characteristics. So today I'll explain you the disadvantages of the capitalistic economy. So here is the screen before you where I will explain you the disadvantages or the demerits of the capitalistic economy. As I have explained you what the capitalistic economy is, all the developed countries are following the capitalistic economy. It is, you can say, a free market economy. There is private ownership, least and no interference of the government, and the main motive here is to earn the maximum profit and welfare of the country. Now here is the few advantages of capitalistic economy which I want to explain you here. Sorry, advantages are clear, already explained you on the previous turn, and characteristics and the main definition of capitalistic economy. Now I will focus today on the disadvantages of the capitalistic economy. As I have already explained you, that is it focused mainly upon on the profit. So on the other hand, we can say that it won't work for the welfare of the society as in the socialistic economy. So one of the biggest criticism on the capitalistic economy or against capitalism is that it is much too focused on profit maximization only. As such, it may lead to social and economic inequality. So the criticizers say that this kind of economic system creates a kind of disbalance or inequality socially and economically. While some may consider the chance to produce superior product, and there is a cycle of boom and burst in the market. So in other words, a capitalist system allows monopolies and other forms of cheating. It emphasizes consumption. The second one is the more emphasizes it only on consumption. How? Let's see. For a capitalist system to succeed, consumers need to buy goods or avail services constantly. And this is something that those who are against capitalism don't agree with this line or with this sentence or with this condition. While the freedom to produce desirable goods allows the market to self-regulate, meaning thereby to say that government interference and the mismanagement is less likely to happen here. It does not always guarantee that the basic needs of the person will be fulfilled or met here. Got it? Next one is it limits the governments in enforcing fair play rules. As you know that there is least government interference in the capitalistic economic system. So it limits the government in enforcing the fair play rules. Now let's see its explanation. In an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations, economist Adam Smith wrote about ways people are motivated to act in their own self-interest. And this is a tendency that serves as the basis for capitalism, where an invisible hand in the market serves as the balance between competing tendencies. The government limits itself when it comes to enforcing and enacting rules of fair play because the market distributes factor of production. Okay, so next one is difference between capitalism, socialism, communism, or fascism. So I will explain you the difference between capitalism and socialism only, because communism and fascism is not in our course. So I will explain you this capitalism and socialism. the difference between the two. But first of all, I'll let you know what the socialistic economic system is, its advantages, features, or disadvantages. After that, I will give you the difference. So next one is socialistic economic system. So socialistic economic system is just reverse of the capitalistic economic system. There is complete control of the government, means the government ownership is there of the means of production. Secondly, the main motive is the social welfare or the welfare of the society, not the profit maximization. Okay, as the name itself indicates you. So it is just reverse of the capitalistic economic system. And this is not capital intensive, means this is not capital intensive marketing system or capital intensive system. It is labor intensive system. So socialism refers to the government ownership of the means of production, planning by the government, and income distribution. It has been given by Samuelson. Socialist means the system under which economic system is controlled and regulated by the government, so as to ensure welfare and equal opportunity to the people in a society. The idea of socialism is first introduced by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in their book. The book's name was The Communist Manifesto. One of the traditional arguments for the free market economy is that it provides business with a tangible incentive to offer goods and services that people want. That is, firms that successfully respond to the needs of the consumer get rewarded with higher profits. Nevertheless, some economists and political philosophers have contended that the capitalist model is inherently flawed. Such a system, they say, necessarily creates clear winners and the losers, because the means of production are in private hands. Those who own them not only accumulate a disproportionate share of wealth, but have the power to suppress the rights of those they employ. This idea of class conflict lies at the heart of socialism. Its most prominent voice, Karl Marx, and believe low-income workers, faced with these injustices, would inevitably revolt against the wealthy bourgeoisie. In its place, he envisioned a society for where the government or the workers themselves own and control the industry. Okay, so in contrast to capitalism, socialism believes shared ownership. Okay, so it is just, you can say those who oppose the capitalism, they create another system, that is socialistic economic system, and it goes just on the other side of the capitalistic economic system. Socialists believe shared ownership of all the resources, central planning, offer more equitable distribution of goods and services, because this says in capitalistic economic system that is no equitability between the goods and services. So in short, they hold that workers who contribute to economic output should expect a commensurate reward. The sentiments are crystallized in the socialist slogan, from each according to their ability to each according to their need. But personally, I explained to you that this system was not successful at all. That's why our country has chosen partially socialistic and partially capitalistic. Because only if you would be socialist, then your country won't progress. There'll be no development of your country. And for the country development, industry development is very much important. Of course, agriculture development is also important in our country like India. So in our country, we have followed the mixed economic system, partially capitalist and partially socialist. So in the next turn, inshallah, I'll continue with you the features of socialistic economy and the advantages and its disadvantages. So this is enough for today. I will continue with you, inshallah, on the next turn. So thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.